So Barry had to have a poo outside the other day.
Oh right.
But the reason being was that I came in here and Mark had been sat in the toilet for about 20 minutes and it smelled like a badger had been slaughtered in there and
Oh nice.
You didn't even go in there,
put
son.
on a shit skewer, yeah, so I went outside instead.
Is that why all them skid marks were in there then?
Yeah,
That's what it was, yeah.
had a nature poo.
Now that's that hard water you've been talking about, though.
So is there no air in the tyres then, Barry?
There wasn't, no.
Yeah. Need a bit of air in the tyres.
So we got something a little bit different for you today, haven't we?
A little 250 that's been delivered this week. Thank you very much to Honda. It's the same chassis as what I'm used to. The same as a 450 pretty much. So it should turn well, we all know that. Obviously I did a bit on the last model if you like, which was always good. But I hear this one's got a bit more bottom end, which should work well for an old boy like me that doesn't like to rev it.
For an old boy like me that doesn't like to rev it.
I'm not like old Barry, who's the old Barry rev limiter. So that's about all I know about it really. Got the same, I use standard bars, so the bars should be the same. Obviously suspension will probably be a bit soft for a fat old boy like me.
Nice haircut there.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah. Had it last night, had a fresh trim last night.
I was going to say, yeah, the old mullet and the moustache is a bit of a combo,
Yeah, I needed
isn't
to have a shave really because the moustache is blending in a little bit with the sort of cat weasel stubble.
Mate, you look like you should be in a low loader.
In a low loader?
You look like you should be a low loader, father.
Oh, I'm happy with that. So yeah, just having a little play on it and yeah, enjoy it. I've raced 250s for 10 years of my life. I raced 250s from when I was 13 to when I was 23, so I've done a fair few laps on them. So we'll see how she goes.
You haven't rode one since the last one, have you?
No, I haven't rode one since the last time I rode one, yeah, that's right.
What's happening with the number 2?
Fucking, I'm always second, so it's probably
Yeah,
why,
it's about right, isn't
that's
it?
probably why they put it on there.
I don't know, if you look at this year, mate, second's a bit of a push, isn't it?
Easy, easy time. Fucking hell.
What do you reckon then, son?
I reckon I'm a bit out of breath.
You sound like you're revving it a bit, mate.
Yeah, I'm well enjoying that.
It's good.
I've got a bit of a snotty nose, so I feel like I'm breathing out my arse a bit. But
What's your first impressions on it, though?
a bit surprised actually.
Yeah? Compared
Yeah.
to sort of last year's one?
I can't really remember that much, but it just seems to like pull like complete, you know, like this third gear. I'm in third gear everywhere. The other one was a struggle in third. You'd have to go second, third a lot. A couple of times I'm in fourth going around like long turns. It's mad. I've got standard gearing on, which is a 50, and I think I'd go a 49 to carry the speed a bit more. But I think they've got it right for the average rider with a 50 sprocket, because they can just use third gear everywhere and ride it like a 4-stroke. Really, yeah, quite impressive actually. I'm going to do a few more laps. You reckon?
Oh, isn't they?
Oh, they're good, aren't they?
Yeah, really good.
It's surprised me, that has.
Like compared to the old one, like you can almost, like the old one, you always felt like you was in a rush to keep the revs up, and this you can just sort of let it drop.
Lazy.
Yeah, drop off and you just go rah, and it picks up again. It's
I think you can be really lazy on it.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I don't feel like I'm being lazy, but like you have to try, don't you? But
Well, you running fourth all the way down that straight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you was.
It's
Yeah.
mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I could hear it.
And I went to fifth after the jump because
Yeah.
it revs a bit.
Yeah.
And you feel like, oh, is it revving too much? But then it will rev.
It carries on.
You can leave it
Yeah,
fourth.
it carries on revving, yeah.
Because we're used to that note, you're like,
Yeah.
I'll change up. But it's actually,
Yeah, with the 450, you used to get into a certain RPM and changing up. And with this, I mean, for me, it revs up on loads more.
Yeah.
You can just keep on going a bit
yeah.
more.
And I just left it to fourth because otherwise I have to change down 2 in the air.
Yeah.
Which
to
ain't
do
a
the
ball
next one.
ache, but it doesn't. I actually don't need to do it.
Yeah, I dropped a tooth on this one,
Yeah, I think.
and I'm using third, and then I hook fourth over that double before the big double, which
Yeah.
is the same as what I do on a 450.
I think I hooked fourth here.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, it's about right then.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, just like.
I mean, you're skipping over them
I know.
rollers the same as
Like the same as a 450.
Yeah, I
I
know.
can't. I just get out of the turn so
Yeah.
well because it settles, and
Yeah.
it gets the power down instead of like,
yeah,
like
too
that.
much power, yeah.
And it just goes dot dot dot, dot and
Yeah.
it's like, what? The only thing is a headwind, isn't there?
Yeah.
So the jump's quite hard. Do you notice?
Yeah, I've not done that one.
The big
No,
one. You
the
just,
big tabletop.
Yeah. I just have to hit it flat out on this.
Yeah.
I go and I'm a little bit in between gears. Come out of the turn.
Yeah.
I'm third. But by the bottom of the jump, it's revving a bit too hard, so I just hook.
Foot fourth. Yeah, that's the only one I haven't jumped because my leg. Just,
Yeah. No,
It's quite a heavy landing even when you clear it.
Yeah.
So I just thought first ride back,
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that one out, I reckon. But I've done all the others, mate. Because I was on a 250, I just hit that one going that way flat out, over jumped it so far.
Oh, I saw something. You'd gone to the bank. and
Yeah, I
thought,
landed like halfway down the hill and it had to hit the bank on the outside. I was like, yeah, I didn't need to hit that quick.
Because the last time I rode around here was on a 450 with Supercross suspension.
Yeah.
This just feels like a hovercraft.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You
Smooth.
can just like. The only thing I think I don't know about you, but the back feels a bit dead.
Yeah, well, I've revalved this.
Oh, you've done it.
Yeah, and it's
yeah.
bedding in now. And to be honest, I've gone out off half a turn on the high speed since I've been here.
So
on
what-
the compression.
So what are you now then?
Like 2.5.
Oh, yeah.
On this, yeah, 'cause it's a 250.
What do you reckon this is on?
I don't
2, 1,
know.
3/4.
I think we're on about 2 standard. But obviously, I made this a bit harder at the bottom and a bit plusher at the top, obviously. And
You know where
it feels pretty decent actually. But it's just starting to bed in now. It's starting to get good.
I noticed it off like the singles, it just sort of kind of goes. Doesn't
Yeah.
I don't get
Now it
that.
just goes off level.
Yeah, whereas I almost want a little bit.
Yeah,
more
a little bit of
that.
that. Yeah.
I might just. I haven't even checked anything. I just put the forks through.
Yeah, that's
Put
all
them
I did
level,
with-
'cause
yeah,
they
I
were
put the
right
forks
up.
through on this as well.
They tested them with the forks
Up, yeah.
up like there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like,
No. No, I tried to set out as much as I could, like the 450. But I'm gonna.
have you done sag yet?
No, I just
Should we
took.
do
I,
it?
I took a turn off then because I felt high, like you said. I took a turn off. It feels so much better. It actually feels about right now. 'Cause I can keep my feet up around these turns,
Oh,
and I
nice.
know when it's right. Because on the 450, I can do the same. When it's wrong, I always have my foot off, and now I can keep my feet up. So I think the sag's about right. But I still want to check it.
Yeah.
And also, I think I need to put some fuel in it. 'Cause
Yeah, you've done a bit, and
Yeah,
I've just
I've
checked
done-
the spokes and that as well.
I've done about a tank on this now, so it's pretty much run in now. Just got to do the spokes and everything else again.
amazed. I'm doing like, I'm third gear everywhere, and then I just started going to fourth around this bend because I'm getting more comfortable, and the sun's kind of fucked off a little bit, like the last 2 laps. And mate, I'm like that going around there, just like ha 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 ha. Like,
the sun's bad in some places.
Yeah, it was a bit not, you know, you couldn't relax because you sort of like
down towards them jumps on there.
Yeah, you just have to have a bit of faith in the ruts.
Yeah, just think, yeah, I'm in the right place.
But like, I'm amazed, honestly.
That's
like,
a good bike.
If you had a pipe that just opened it up a little bit.
Yeah, just made it a bit free and rev more.
A little bit. That is what I don't really know how much more you'd want.
No.
Like a bit more rev for the start straight maybe, but then short shift and it pulls, doesn't it?
For the average guy, it's bang on. Isn't it? I mean, how they could think they need it to rev more than this? I mean,
I don't get it.
It revs plenty enough. I mean, when you get it revving, it really revs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had this on the rev limit yet.
As a 450 rider, I don't really want more.
No.
For revving wise, I mean, yeah, you could have a bit, obviously, if you don't lose the bottom.
I think you gain so much more time pulling out of them corners when it's deep, like that.
This long left-hander, 4th gear.
Yeah, just
like, that's borderline on a 450, isn't it?
Yeah.
4th gear.
Yeah.
I know the ratios and that, but fuck yeah. Well, you know, well impressive.
Yeah.
Dare say you get a bigger tyre on the back and whatever, but then you put a pipe on it and whatever, then you've got 100 tyre in it.
Yeah, I mean, like this, I put 49 teeth on it, 1 tooth off the back, standard bike, and it's pulling 3rd gear everywhere. And it's got plenty of bottom end power, you know. And
the average 250 rider is going to be more your weight than mine.
Yeah.
The 2022 250F Honda. It's been a fantastic day. The bike is incredible.
Are you happy with that?
What more could you ask for in a motorcycle? Yeah, fantastic. Very enjoyable ride on a motorbike today. Well impressed with it, to be honest with you. A little 250F. I didn't really touch anything. The settings were weird from the test day, obviously, when in Italy when they had them. Someone had wound everything in basically to make it harder, but the shock was real dead because of that, so I kind of went back, got a bit more rebound. But for me, that everything, I mean, the forks are amazing for a standard bike. The only thing that for me, I'm 13 stone, the shock's a little bit wishy-washy, so I'm sure if I made the shock better, the forks would then probably need work. But for the average rider, I mean, amazing. And standard gearing, I'm pulling 3rd gear everywhere, 4th gear, well, good fun. Can't wait to do more on it. Really good bike. Chassis is amazing. I knew it would be because it's the same as a 450, but obviously with a smaller engine, the chassis always feels better. Yeah, wicked. Track was awesome, so that made it even better. And yeah, sometimes I wish I was still a 250 rider, really. It's just so much easier. Yeah, awesome.